We're in the middle of Adams Morgan, which is a busy, bustling, loud part of the city. It's popular with young people, and a lot of the buildings have changed. This one hasn't changed except for maybe visually, and you had a piece in that. Can you describe this mural for us?
You know, I guess I have to go to the beginning. When I first had the opportunity to do this, I was thinking from the perspective of it's an immigrant business and I'm gonna try to tell an immigrant story. But the more I reflected on it, I realized that I'm an immigrant. And I went even bigger than that, and I realized the entire humanity is an immigrant. We've always been going from one place to another. So the story that I tried to tell with this project was the human immigrant story, or the human evolutionary story. And instead of trying to focus on one group, rather there's only one human. It's just us. So I started with that little blue ball.
The orb.
The orb to represent the oneness, you know? It's the integration of different people's ideas, colors, whatever you want to call it, into one tapestry.
There's also an interpretation aspect to art and murals. That the seer might see something else than the person standing next to them.
Yeah. But that's the beautiful thing about it. When doing public work or just art in general, the artist starts it and the viewer completes it, you know? And the viewer always brings something new to it. Even when I hear people describing things that wasn't in my intent, I find that it still leads back to, it's just their perspective. So in a way, they'll help and enlarge my perspective on my own work.
Do you remember your first professional gig?
Yeah.
What was it?
I was painting a lot in Germantown, these train bridges, because you gotta, you know, have something before somebody can give you a job. And the last project that I was working on, I call it my spiritual evolution. So it was this mural that had a little kid praying on a stone angels. Next to that was a Buddha. Next to that was this spiritual face, like turned into a bird. And it's the first time I was even thinking outside the box and using brushes. And while at the bridge, this cop came out there, chased me, and I went around a corner to another neighborhood, and all of a sudden it was like a bunch of them. I tackled to the ground. The original officer came, and he was like, "So where's the bag you had? That's where you had the gun." So I took the officer to where I stashed my little bag, and as he pulled out the tools, it was like, I mean, like literally everything was like artist tool, paint and brush. I mean, there was nothing. It took me to the precinct. The detective left me. She went out and she saw that literally it was not just one, but everywhere was constructive stuff. Everything was pleasant. And she came back and her attitude changed. She went from treating me like a criminal to telling me, "Sir, you're such a service to your community."
Wow.
And she let me go. The next day I got the phone call from my first job. My life went another direction.
Walking by, it looks like a regular brick wall, but there's parts that are cement, there are parts that are popping out. How much planning does it take to get this to look smooth for the passerby?
I did a lot of relief work with concrete.
Meaning what? You added it to it?
I added, yeah. So before I even started painting, I added more texture to bring out certain aspect.
These, are they strings?
Yeah.
And to me, you know, I think I was saying it could be a nest, it could be, and you said it could be string theory. I mean, like, of course you went one step, actually a few steps above where I was thinking, but that is the beauty of what you do. I mean, what a cool job. And a continuous challenge.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think you'll do this for the rest of your life?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.